Vinicius Jr. is definitely the best winger in the world right now. His journey to this point has been inspiring too, with him coming from humble beginnings in Brazil to then him signing for the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid. However, even though Vinicius is killing it right now, his time at Real Madrid hasn't been so smooth. In his earlier years, he missed a ton of easy chances and also had the legendary Karim Benzema telling his teammates to not pass the ball to Vinicius due to him playing against us during the game. Vinicius Jr. going from being an exciting Brazilian prospect that teammates didn't want to play with to then becoming the best winger in the world right now. Well, let's take a look at the rise, fall, and rise again of Vinicius Jr.'s career. Vinicius was born and raised in the poorer section of São Gonçalo, an area in Rio de Janeiro. He and his family basically had nothing, with his father and grandfather not even having a job. However, his family quickly realized that Vinicius had a God-gifted talent in football, and he joined one of the biggest clubs in Brazil, Flamengo, at just 10 years old. Even when he was a kid, he stood out with his joyful playing style. Vinicius Jr.'s talent then helped him ascend quickly through the youth ranks in the Flamengo Academy, and then in 2017, during the prestigious Brazilian youth tournament called Copa São Paulo, everything changed. The Copa São Paulo tour is the main talent played in this competition before, like Casemiro, Lucas Moura, Gabriel Jesus, and of course, Neymar Jr. Here's the thing though, Vinicius played at this tournament at just 16 years old, meaning he and lit up the tournament skills. These performances from Vinicius then led him to be called up to the Brazilian national team for the South American Under-17 Football Championship.
He cooked so much, Brazil's like, yep, we need you.
He the tournament's top goal scorer and also was named the best player in the competition.
Wow.
Making a huge name for himself in the football scene in Brazil, and European teams started to take notice. Vinicius was then left with the choice between the two biggest clubs in the world, Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. However, it was for Real Madrid to convince Vinicius to join them instead, and that's when Real Madrid agreed a €45 million deal with Flamengo before Vinicius even made his professional senior debut for the Brazilian club. However, due to the fact that Vinicius was younger than 18 and had no way of getting a European passport, he had to stay with Flamengo until he was old enough in July 2018. Until then, he played for the Flamengo senior team and continued to show why Real Madrid splashed the cash on a young Brazilian star like him.
He was eating.
He only managed to get 4 goals and 1 assist in 32 games. Remember, Vinicius is still very young and arguably playing for the best club in Brazil, so he isn't going to kill it right away. In the following 17-18 season for Vinicius, his stats improved with him getting 6 goals and 3 assists in 17 games. He also scored a couple of goals in Copa Libertadores, which is basically the Champions League in South America. So it's a super prestigious and historic tournament. Then July 2018 came and Vinicius completed the move to Real Madrid at the young age of 18 years old. He was supposed to be integrated into the Real Madrid squad pretty slowly, considering he was so young and raw. However, with Cristiano Ronaldo leaving for Juventus, Real Madrid were deprived of a left winger. Hence why Vinicius Jr. was then thrown into
he was forced to step up early.
And for his first season playing in a European league, he did pretty well. During this terrible season for Real Madrid, Vinicius was often seen as the bright spark of the team, and this was due to his amazing trickery and his insane games. Vinicius was always seen as a player that could bring something to life during the match. He was so threatening down that left-hand side that a lot of coaches had to adjust their tactics just to find a way to contain Vinicius. He kind of had that Neymar aura about him when Ney was still at Barcelona. Now, although Vinicius was showcasing his amazing dribbling ability, his greatest flaw was revealed too, and that was the fact that Vinicius couldn't score goals as his life depended on it. His ability for the goal was terrible, and he often missed chances that he could have buried. And although 13 assists in 36 games in total, he only had 1 singular goal in La Liga, and before he got the chance to score more, his season was finished due to injury. It was clear to football fans that Vinicius Jr. had Neymar-like talent, but if he never improved on his finishing, he was never going to be a top player for the club. Now, for the next couple of seasons with Zinedine Zidane as manager, he never really improved on that finishing. Yes, his stats improved slightly in the 1920 season, with him getting 5 goals and 4 assists in 38 games, but his finishing didn't improve that much. I mean, when he scored his first goal of the season against Osasuna, he broke down in tears, showing how much that goal meant to him and how it was an emotional moment. But, and this might be a little cruel, but an elite winger who scores goals on the regular wouldn't tear up about scoring his first goal of the season. Scoring goals should just be a pretty regular occurrence for elite wingers, which for Vinicius, it wasn't. Then in the following 2021 season, and Zidane's last season as coach, Vinicius still failed to be a consistent starter and only managed to get 6 goals and 7 assists in 5 games. And then the most embarrassing point of Vinicius' career happened in the Champions League clash against Borussia Mönchengladbach, when Madrid were down 2-0. After coming out from the locker room at halftime, Karim Benzema was spotted speaking to teammate Ferland Mendy, saying, "Don't pass the ball to Vinicius. On my mother's life, he's playing against us."
That's nuts.
Vinicius, the fans didn't really back him up. In fact, they agreed with Benzema, since it was extremely evident that Vinicius had almost zero end product and composure, and Real Madrid fans were clearly getting frustrated with that. Fans around the world always compared Vinicius to Neymar due to both having extreme talent in dribbling and having flair. However, one thing that everyone agreed with at the time was Vinicius could never be on Neymar's level, because unlike him, Vinny couldn't score goals. And although Vinicius still had iconic moments in the 2021 season, like scoring 2 goals against my beloved Liverpool to knock them out in the quarterfinals, overall, Vinicius still had a pretty stinky season. However, in the 21-22 campaign, everything changed for Vinicius Jr. in a positive way. But real quick,
they reinvented himself. Like, let me work on my fucking skills, yo.
So, anyways, back to topic. Zinedine Zidane was no longer going to be the coach of Real Madrid, and instead it was Carlo Ancelotti, who was an ex-Real Madrid coach who had already won it all with the club. In the first game of the season against Alaves for the 21-22 season, Ancelotti decided to start his more experienced players and players he already knew, like Modric, Casemiro, Gareth Bale, and Hazard, etc. Vinicius was sadly stuck to the bench. However, when he came to the game, he scored a calm and composed finish against the Alaves side to comfortably beat them 4-1.
Yo, let me show you I can score.
Vinicius never had his composure in his locker before. However, maybe this was a once-in-a-blue-moon thing for Vinicius. He couldn't repeat this, right? Wrong. Because in the very next game against Levante, Vinicius came off the bench and scored a brace with some incredible finishes for the goal. This helped secure the 3-3 draw. More importantly, this convinced Ancelotti to start Vinicius instead of Hazard, and Vinny has not looked back since. It was clear that Vinicius was putting in the work.
They're working!
Finishing, and now Vinny is reaping the benefits of his hard work. Vinicius also had iconic moments in this season as well. He scored his first hat-trick for Real Madrid in a 6-0 win over Levante towards the end of the season. He also obviously played an integral part in helping Real Madrid win La Liga. He outperformed his expected goals that season by 3.9 goals, with him getting 17 instead of the 13.
He might get a Champions League
advantage.
Vinicius Jr. ended up getting 22 goals and 20 assists.
Wow, big step up.
In fact, Vinny got more goals in the 21-22 season than the rest of the seasons at Real Madrid combined. More importantly though, Vinicius Jr. got one of the most important goals in Real Madrid history, with the Spanish club defeating my beloved Liverpool again in the Champions League final 1-0, with Vinicius scoring the ultimate goal.
That was clean too.
Title and also helped edge Vinicius into Real Madrid history forever. Vinicius performed so well that Karim Benzema retracted his statement from the previous season, saying that what he said gave Vinicius motivation to improve his game, and now he's not the same player as he once was before.
I'll do that to motivate him, bro.
Used it as motivation instead of being butthurt about it. You gotta respect that. It also doesn't seem like the 21-22 season was a purple patch for Vinicius Jr. because he's having a similar output this season as well. At the time of me recording this, he already has 21 goals and 17 assists in 46 games. The numbers, just like I said. He's helping Real Madrid try and go back-to-back in the Champions League, with him getting goals and assists in almost every single Champions League game so far. And he also scored 2 goals against my club Liverpool in the round of 16. Bro, Vinicius, chill out, bro. Leave my club alone.
He got Salah in the background. You know he loves Liverpool.
Helped Real Madrid beat Frankfurt 2-0. He also played a part in Real Madrid winning the Club World Cup, with Vinicius scoring a brace in a 5-3 win over Al Hilal in the final, which helped them win the tournament's Best Player award. Vinicius has reached a level where instead of people criticizing him for not scoring goals, they're now starting to criticize him for dancing the celebration. Vinny received a ton of racist abuse for his dancing as well, especially from Atletico Madrid fans, but that won't stop him from dancing on. Vinny got that Brazilian swagger in him, bro. Obviously, he's gonna keep on dancing, and rightly so.
Yeah, fuck that, bro.
His performances for Real Madrid got him called up in the 26-man roster for the World Cup in Qatar, and he had a pretty impressive tournament despite Brazil disappointing as favorites. He got an assist in a crucial 2-0 win over Serbia in the group stages.
We saw that shit
against South Korea in the round of 16. Croatia then knocked Brazil out in the quarterfinals, but Vinicius had little to do with that. Overall, it was
that's how we started our sport.
Greatest bicycle kick in history.
Was that Neymar?
Yeah.
He didn't stop believing in himself and continued to put in those extra hours of work, and through perseverance, he's truly become a superstar. People talking about Kylian Mbappe this, Erling Haaland that, but I believe Vinicius should be in those conversations as well, because
that Haaland nigga
talent to win the Ballon d'Or in the future. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to learn more about another winger who's killing it this season, Bukayo Saka, you definitely want to check out this video. You won't regret it.
That's one of his videos. Yo, how you feel about this, bro? Your boy right here.
I love that quick, brief history about Vinny Jr. Dope to see the way he came from in Brazil. And even like the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo leaving was the opening gate to him with Real Madrid. I didn't know that. That was dope. And realizing that Real Madrid lost Ronaldo and gained Vinny Jr. right after that, so that's what's up there.
He got another generational talent.
Like literally, when one left, the other one came right in and took his spot.
Really?
Literally took his spot.
Right. I respect him, bro. At the end of the day, he recognized his weakness and then not only improved it, but like he stepped it up multiple folds. Like my boy went from getting like 3 goals in a season to getting 22, 23. Started cooking right there, man. So much respect to Vinicius Jr, man. We can't wait to see what he does when it comes to the finals of the Champions League, yo. Real talk.
Yeah, man, I'm so heated that I'm wearing this jersey. I feel like disrespecting him.
Yeah, you kind of did.
You too.
Fuck that. My boy brought up Holland, yo. Shout out to Holland, yo.
Somewhere opposite RT.
Patrick RT.
And that settles that.
The round table.